talk of TV last night. If you love it or hate it, well, it's back for another season. 12
love
celebrities. You love it.
Yeah,
I love it too. Including Bristol Palin, Mike the Situation Sorrentino. Of course, he's from Jersey Shore. David Hasselhoff, Florence Henderson, Michael Bolton. They all took to the dance floor last night to fight for that coveted mirror ball trophy.
Yeah, but I already think I know who's going to win.
You are very confident, my friend.
I'm quite confident.
Yeah.
Well, I should be, because I pick them right all the time. In fact, I actually talked to the soon-to-be champion before last night's premiere. Hey, Brandy, I got to tell you, now I picked correctly Shawn Johnson to win. I picked correctly Donny Osmond to win. I picked correctly Nicole Scherzinger to win. I'm picking you to win this time. And you can't,
Really?
with your experience in the music world, there is no way. You don't give me this I haven't done ballroom excuse.
No, I'm telling you, dude, I'm not telling stories. I did a touch of ballroom that did not require me to look and frame up and poise up the way I am on this show. That was 15 years ago. Like, we shot it for like 20 minutes in 2 angles, and it looked like I knew what I was doing, but I really didn't. I promise to goodness.
With as many seasons as they've had, you both have had to have some friends that have done this before. And have you? And what have they said to you? And who is it?
Well, Niecy Nash is a friend of mine,
Okay.
and she's definitely been supportive and, you know, encouraging me to just be myself and, you know, just do my thing. And it hasn't helped because I'm still a nervous wreck. So, I don't know, Rick.
I've spoken to some of the athletes. Emmitt Smith I've run into. He obviously won with my partner Cheryl, and we know him as a 9-year veteran NBA not NBA, but NFL all-time leading rusher. And he tells me that after all of that football playing, he walks the streets and people recognize him as, Emmitt Smith, the Dancing with the Stars champion. So,
well, there is a point. I mean, you guys are all happy-go-lucky right now, but there is a point in this competition, inevitably, where the switch is turned and it turns competitive. It turns fierce. Do you expect that to happen
thanks,
with
John.
yourself?
Appreciate you.
I'm just saying. I'm a loyal viewer, and I'm just saying.
We're just having a good old time over here, and you just had to make sure that we remembered that this was a competition, huh?
So there you see it. I picked Brandy.
Yep.
I got Brandy to
You
win
heard
it
it
all.
here.
The judges actually gave her one of the highest scores last night, too.
Yeah, Brandy scored a 23 out of a possible 30 points. And now, here to talk about how those judges score all those dancers is a ballroom dancer herself. Linda Smith from Arthur Murray Dance Studios is here to help us break it down.
Ballroom champ at that.
Yes, you
Many
are.
times over.
Absolutely.
Good to be back.
Well, one of the things I know, Linda, that you think is so important, of course, and we hear it all the time talked about in Dance with the Stars, technique, right?
Yes.
Technique is so important. And so somebody that maybe didn't do so well last night with her technique?
Well, yes, the situation wasn't too fabulous with that, but you have to give him credit. I mean, he only had 5 days to rehearse, and the other
He had a lot of
couples-
Jersey Shore activities to deal with.
Yeah, and I think just like the judges said, he has some potential. He's got, some, his youth, his athleticism.
Yeah, what did Len say? He's got the guns, but he doesn't have the ammunition?
Right.
Isn't that what he said?
Right.
And when you say technique in dance, what specifically are you talking about?
Well, I think what they missed that just the time didn't allow is the footwork, foot position, the correct dance rhythm. I mean, cha-cha is a challenging dance, and it demands a little bit more technique that way. And he's very pigeon-toed. His knees were a little bit knocked. And
So kind of those, like maybe he knew the steps, he just didn't quite know how to execute them
I think that's all
perfectly.
he had time to work on, is really memorizing his routine, and
Okay.
then didn't get a chance to work on the finer points. So we have to give him a little bit of credit.
Okay, so someone who you say had great technique. She's a little Dirty Dancing star, Jennifer Grey.
Yes. And they really did a great job in her costuming. I mean, I think there's no coincidence that they picked Derek to be her partner. He's a very similar build to Patrick Swayze, a song from Dirty Dancing.
Oh, I love it.
The total look was certainly there. And she didn't do anything really to offend the judges at all. And she did a great job. And she got the highest score, I think.
Yeah, she did great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think she's going to go a long way,
I think
obviously,
so,
not
too.
just getting a high score from having great technique, but also I think a lot of people are big fans of her, too.
Who doesn't
So-
love Dirty Dancing? I mean, Linda.
A lot of the dancers, have done tributes to them on Dancing with the Stars, and
Yeah.
it certainly was a big dance movie that brought our industry, turned our industry around. So
It was the first PG-13 movie that I ever saw.
Oh.
My parents didn't even know.
They
but yeah,
still
I
don't.
saw it.
Now they do. Let's talk about form and silhouette. What are we talking about with form and silhouette?
well, really the overall look, definitely posture is a big part in that. Their dance frame, how they carry themselves, really the partnership. And you would think that, you know, Rick Fox and Cheryl would have a problem with that because of the height difference.
Yeah.
But he did a fabulous job. I mean, look at those long lines. Everything from the pointing his toe to the extension of his arms. He did a great job in keeping his dance posture up, his frame up, not dancing down to Cheryl, which, you know, the height difference, there's certainly a tendency to do that.
In fact, Linda, I talked to Rick Fox about that very thing. Let's take a look at that.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to own
really
my
good.
posture and my frame
That's really good.
and not dance down to my partner. You know, I keep looking at the floor and telling myself I've been on hardwood floors before. This looks familiar. And yet every time I look down, I also look at the top of my partner's head, and I go, oh my gosh! And then I realize that her eyes are looking at my chest and probably smelling my armpits, and I feel for her,
That's a
you
good
know.
thought.
And so it's we got the height challenge.
There's a lot to worry about.
He
That was
does,
pretty
he
funny.
does. You know, and Cheryl's dancing in 4-inch heels there, and
Yeah.
it's very difficult, especially with a ballroom dance like Viennese waltz, to do that. So I've heard some comments that her feet are hurting her a bit.
I can imagine.
This explains a lot for why I have such a tough time as well. So this
Because
is
you're so
great. I'm
tall.
not quite as tall as Rick Fox.
You have the
but-
same problem as Rick Fox?
Yeah, well, you know, taller guys have a little more difficult
Oh,
time.
there's a longer spine to control. And
All right, all right.
There you go.
Okay,
See,
good
right
timing
there.
is another important thing that you look for, and David Hasselhoff didn't quite have
Right,
it.
he did kind of miss the mark on the timing, and that's certainly one of the first things that judges look for. So he had a little difficulty there. I think people were expecting a little bit more out of him.
Yeah.
You know, so it was kind of a surprise that he didn't. And again, you know, his foot position. And
He's singing along the
Yeah.
entire time. Are you allowed to do that, Linda? Sing along?
well, you know, sometimes it adds to it, but you know, I don't know if he's singing or trying to count there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And finally, the person that you call the cop-out of the night. Margaret
It
Cho
was
almost gave up,
disappointed.
huh?
Oh, I think so. I think she started out really strong and she had some potential, but then they went into a comedy act
That
there.
is quite a scene.
You know, I think she went into her comfort zone being a comedian and kind of copped out on it, and you know, it was disappointing. I think the judges said that too in their comments.
Maybe seemed like she didn't really take it that seriously.
Well, I think yeah.
Yeah.
If they had to question, I said, you know, is that really what you meant to do? And it was. She could have done a lot better. I think she would have gotten a higher score if she tried to dance well.
And she had the lowest female score of the night,
Yeah.
15.
And they were playing, you heard We Are the Champions. I doubt she's going to be able to play that again.
I don't know.
I hear she's coming to your show.
Yeah,
She
she's
will
supposed to
be.
be here in October.
Yep, she'll be here in
Okay,
October.
so we'll watch. Linda,
So
you
what-
have a very lovely way of breaking this all down.
Yeah.
I like it.
What do you
I
think?
like it.
Do you think Margaret Cho's gone tonight?
I don't. Yeah, you know, could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I know she has a fan base. People tend to like her. I was on the Facebook last night doing a chat along with.
I was on the Facebook.
Oh, sorry. You know, they had like a chat going on during the Dancing with the Stars with My Talk, and had a lot of fun with that. So people seem to like her, but they were a bit surprised of her performance.
We'll watch.
She wasn't good enough. I think she's going to be gone.
Yeah,
I think
all
she's
right.
going to be gone. Thanks,
so
Linda.
much, Linda.
Thank
Great
you so
to see you.
much.
We're going to
Good to
continue
be
to
here.
see Linda
this
throughout
is
the
fun.
process. This is going to be a lot of fun. Dancing with the Stars results show. It is tonight, right here on 5 Eyewitness News, starting at 7 p.m. Somebody's going to be gone.
And we're so lucky to have Arthur Murray Dance Studios as a sponsor of Twin Cities Live, so thanks to them. And you can register for the chance to win a week of free dance lessons from
my
Arthur
gosh.
Murray. It's on our
That's like
website.
more lessons than the situation had
Yeah,
going
that really
into
is.
last night.
It is. Just go to KSTP.com, click on Twin Cities Live, and then click on contests, and you'll get all the details.